Hello, everyone. We are live. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Yeah, don't forget about the major player.
Definitely can't forget about YouTube.
Right. So let me take a moment to post the link in other chats to let people know we are live.
We are live.
Yes. You're tuned into Sophisticated Immaturity, talk show where we embrace the chaos of life with a little flair and a lot of laughs.
Hey, I like that.
I keep forgetting that I have to send the YouTube link and not the link here.
Oh, when you do send it to me as well so I could post that.
Okay.
That's what I can do. The link is pretty much, isn't it the same? Like, just send them to the...
No, the episode has a link. That's the link that I sent out.
Understood.
So I click in the channel.
I finally got to watch Captain America.
Which Captain America? The first one, the original?
No. The one that just came out with Anthony Mackie.
Oh, okay. You watched it in February for Black History Month?
I did watch it in February for Black History Month. I liked the movie. It was cool. It was a really good storyline. But I did love the show a lot better. The show to me was so much more exciting, but it was pretty cool.
You're talking about the show with Winter Soldier?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. I was obsessed with the show. Like, the show was awesome. The movie was good. I don't think it was bad at all. It was just not... If you do a comparison to, like, the other Marvel movies, I wouldn't have ranked it as one of the top. Like, it's not the Wakanda, the first one. It wasn't like an end game. I just kind of felt like this was something they could have just probably did for Disney. Like, the app. But again, did not hate it at all. But I rewatch Endgame. Like, I would rewatch those. I don't know if I feel like rewatching this one. It was a little bit above mid.
A little bit above mid. I feel you on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I was super excited going into it. I'm like, Red Hulk, yay! Anthony Mackie, love him. But
let me turn down this music just a little bit because I don't want to.
Yeah, because I don't want to yell. I'm already loud.
All right. Okay.
Welcome in. I see we have some eyes in the room. Welcome in, everyone.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate y'all for coming out.
I hope y'all participate. We got some really interesting questions that we found online, and I think they really kind of challenge you to think of how you're pursuing that whole dating thing, whatever you want to call it. So
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because we have different names for different things nowadays. So whatever you want to call it, it's your prerogative.
Interesting.
Some people say dating, some people say they just talking, some people just like, oh, we just cool, we kicking it, so many different words for it. But yeah.
Okay. I'm also gonna post the link to come and join us, just in case you're interested in joining the conversation.
Come and talk some shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I just seen your post about the lady talking about if you had to choose between your spouse or your child, who would you save?
Yep. Yep. And I mean, I fully understood her stance. I respect it. I really don't think there's a right or wrong in this situation. Of course, people are going to find a right or wrong in this. But I personally have not met anyone that is making me think that I would sacrifice my child for them. So I don't know.
Right. I understand. Like,
I don't know.
But here's the issue that I find. I would say save the child, but ultimately the child grows up to leave you.
Correct, which is true. But it's like how
long did you wait to get your husband that man to find you for you to lose him, and now you maybe set yourself up to never be found again?
I mean, but I also feel like I would live with that guilt knowing that I had the opportunity to save my child and I didn't. I think I would live with that guilt and that shit would probably fuck me up. I don't know. That's why I said there's no right or wrong with that, because it's like, I feel like you damned if you do, damned if you don't, either way. Because it's like, yeah, you can always have another kid technically, but it's like, that's your kid. Like, I don't know. Because if I had to choose between saving myself or saving my kid, I would definitely save, my kid. So if I'm willing to sacrifice myself for my kid, why the fuck would I not sacrifice someone else for my kid? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, I guess, my thought process. So again, this is speaking as a mom,
Right.
I don't know how I would feel if I, actually had a significant other that I had that connection with. Then maybe I would think differently, but I'm thinking as a fucking mom. Like,
I really believe that's the difference. It's like, for people that have not been wives or have not been husbands to be asked a question about something that they don't know.
Right.
Because the emotions to get you to the point to where you're willing to marry someone, you can't just speculate on that. You gotta have experienced that for real.
Agree. I fully agree. Because I'm like, you want me, my child that I birthed, that I gave life to, like, no, I'm supposed to go before my child. So I'm definitely not trying to sign myself up to go the opposite way. So yeah, I'm not trying to bury a kid. No, thank you. Please no. No. May no one have to experience that pain, but I know some do. But Lord, I'm good. I'm not that strong.
Not that strong. Mm-mm. I don't think you should be that strong.
I don't either. Like, I think that's the worst pain you can endure. Like, I think losing a parent is very, 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 very hard. That I've experienced. But you still can move on with your life after that. I feel like a lot of parents, part of your purpose and part of your identity is being a parent. So when that's now taken from you, I don't know what that, I can't wrap my head around what the fuck that feels like. Like, I'm good.
What? Another thought that I think single parents don't wrap their head around is okay, you at one point in life, you're no longer going to have children. That responsibility.
I'm fully preparing for that though. See, that's different because you're still physically on the earth, right?
Right.
You're just not here, and I can be wherever and do whatever. Hey, you're a phone call away. You know, I'm cool with that. I don't need you to be home with me. No. By all means, have fun, explore life, make your mistake. I am counting down.
So it's a situation for you since you're a single parent. You're like, when that time comes, it's like you hitting the victory.
It's finding themselves. It's me now learning what this chapter of my life looks like. Like, what do I now fill that time with? What do I do with that extra space that I now have to myself? Like, of course, I'm sure I'll still be needed here and there, but it won't be what it is now. It's completely different. So yeah, no, I'm counting down. I got like 400 and something days left before graduation day. I'm like counting down.
So you're gonna have an iPhone and you're gonna have shared location, and that's all he gonna know.
We got that already set up from now. So him, my family, my close friends, they got my location because I already now at this point I started to dip my feet out. So I start taking trips without him. I start doing things without him. So it's starting. I'm like literally slowly getting into the motion of, oh, I'm out. I'm slowly making those preparations, but it's like, you know, I want to know what enjoying life is going to be, because I had him young. So when all my friends were doing that, figuring out and all of that, I was being somebody's mama. And now I don't have to be in that mode anymore. I'm still somebody's mama, but just not in that mode.
Right. So, caregiver isn't the primary job anymore.
I'm just an assist now. Now I'm the break-in case of emergencies. That's what you come to me when the problem is out, where you can't figure it out at this point. But this is the time for the mistakes to happen because you're still at home. It's not like I'm putting you out into the world or pushing him out into the world. No. You'll be here. I won't be here. You'll have a roof over your head. There will be food here, but I probably won't be as much. You know, you will have to now take on added responsibility, like your cell phone bill to start, your car insurance to start. Like, you're going to start getting a little bit more responsibilities, but the big responsibilities you still don't have to focus on as long as you're doing something. Like, we ain't going to have you sitting on your ass thinking you're going to play video games after graduation. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, no. No, so no skip year. No.
It's like, because for him, I think he wants to go more of the trade route, but he's also speaking about the military because they visited his school recently. So he wants to do engineering, and they have, you know, a division for that in the military. So I told him, well, take the test
too. Like, please. Yep. Have him to talk to your military friends before.
I was
we need to have a huddle. We need to sit down with this young man.
You know what? When I get off one day, we can actually put aside time for that. Yes, because you, Chrissy, and even Valdez could probably give him some insight on what that's going to be like.
Right, because and plus with the different people, we all served in different branches.
Yep, that's dope.
So it's like, you get the comparison and contrast from people that actually been there.
Right. That'll be dope. You know, seriously, I would like to do that because I want him to see what that option is, but he is thinking about it. I'm like, I think that's exciting. I wanted to do it. So I think it's dope if he gets to do it. Like, why not?
And just
enjoy those benefits.
And just off of my first thought, like, if he was to join the Space Force, which is the military, he would never have to worry about war.
Right, true.
Because it's space.
Right.
Now, if we get attacked by aliens, if the aliens come and they not friendly, you know, your son gonna have to be boots on the ground.
All right, Avengers, assemble. Okay.
Exactly. We gonna have to load up on the superhero serum. Damn. You know, we gonna have to give him the Bucky, the Captain America.
I think my son would actually love that. His ass is into anime and comics, so he would definitely take a serum if they offer one. I'm sure.
Right. Super soldier, you know. But yeah,
That is too funny.
like, and there's an option to where, like, yes, he can go into the military enlisted, which just requires you to be physically fit at a certain level. But once you do your first 4 or 5 years, your first contract, you could get out. Now you have benefits like I received, the GI Bill, the VA loan, things like that.
And I told him that.
All of that pays for your education. You could get your degree and go back in as an officer, make even more money, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, this clip we need to put out as well for all people who are teenagers who might be considering it, and people can share with them, because I'll share this clip with him so he can see it for sure. But I definitely want him to pick your brain on it.
People, especially in our community, I feel like they're apprehensive because they feel like you're going to war for a country that don't even love you. But like,
my thing is, I thought about it before, because like I said, I had him young, but that was my thought. That was my plan. I wanted the military to pay for college for me, so I wanted to go. I even took the damn ASVAB test. Like, I was serious about doing it at one point in time. But so for me, I think it's a great idea. Like, if he really and truly wants to do it, I think there are more benefits of him doing it than there are negatives, you know? So I'm all for it. You know, why not take advantage of them benefits? Like, you can literally come out, purchase your own home. Like, you have a really good head start. You can retire by the time you're my age, you know?
Right.
Like,
you're 20 years and you good.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like,
and what we don't realize, like, at 18, 40 seems so far away. But hindsight being 2020, oh, I wish I would have stayed like and just kept that focus.
I wish that I would have did it, because at the time when I really considered going back into it, I had him, and I was nervous about, you know, giving away custody and all this other stuff. And I'll be honest, I was nervous with the custody because I saw things of like women losing custody of their kids when they went off into the military because family thought that they could do it better. And having my son at the age that I had him, a lot of my family thought that they could do it better, you know? So it's like, I was just like not really ready to take that risk, but I think it's very beneficial.
Hey, we got a comment. First comment of the day says,
"Oh, thanks,
I can
Samantha.
talk to your son about the Air Force. Been in 18 years. Well,
dope.
Thank you for your service. For sure, 18 years.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Like, I believe the success in the military, at least for our community, is hindered because we don't talk freely about it, or we don't even ask questions. People that are not willing to take risk in life will be the ones that be like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But anything that's abnormal and success is abnormal requires you to take risks.
Correct.
You know, whatever that success is, it could be a marriage, it could be purchasing a house, starting a business. There is all the risk that is a part of getting to that next level.
It's true. And so worth it.
It's so worth it. And when you're young, that's when you're supposed to take all
the
the
most risk.
The most. You should be shooting for the stars, you know, because if you were to make a mistake, you have time to recover.
Correct. And I mean, I think, and I would say, like, with the younger generation, this is the perfect time for y'all to do it because there's the support is still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you stumble, you make a mistake. There's no, you know, there's no way for you to get back. Like, it's not that. I think I encourage a lot of kids in this generation to take those risks because it's not going to be the end of the world. You'll learn a lot more shit quicker. I can say that much.
And they may think this is a promotion of the military, and it's really not. I would say there are other government agencies that are out there that have the same requirements and provide the same benefits to their personnel. I know we're going through government turmoil right now, but there are things like the Foreign Service, which you don't need a college degree to join. Right. There's the Civil Service, which is basically government leadership stateside. Foreign Service is mostly ambassadors and things of that nature, supporting ambassadors and embassies around the world.
Yeah, because I think people know those jobs exist, but it's like it doesn't feel like reachable. And I think because people, like you said, don't talk about it, people don't realize how simple it is to just go and apply for something like that.
Yeah, it's very simple, but I think there's a reason why it's not talked about, because they want you to want to do it. They want you to seek it out versus, hey, we got something easy for over here for you to do.
Right. That makes sense.
We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna have an easy job that you can't get fired from, and be like, hey, have a neon sign, be like, we hiring.
This is true.
But that's what some people want. It's like, you could be in the military, you won't get fired. You know, you got if stability and certainty is one of your core values, you can't get more stable than the military. Because you always got a roof over your head, you always got food.
This is true.
Hey, your essentials is always covered.
Taken care of, yep.
You
don't have to worry about survival.
Exactly. Now you can aspire to greater.
That's true.
Okay. That was a good topic.
It was. It wasn't intentional either.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Just the best conversations. It's
authentically just happens.
Right. Yep. And I want to welcome everybody to the channel. Welcome you all to Noir Post Network. The show is Sophisticated Immaturity. I'm your host, Kenneth, and my co-host is Asha.
Yes.
We're here to just talk about adult topics and add some perspective and laughter to life. So the topic we actually were going to discuss today was about questions to figure out. Let me pull it up because I for sure can't remember what the slide was.
Damn it, I need my blanket. I'm cold, but I don't want to close the window.
Okay, so here was the topic for today. Understanding your attraction to someone. We actually used well, Asha, you break it down how you found these questions. Let me talk for you.
Sure. No, you're good. So basically ChatGPT and I have become BFFs. Like, it's to the point where I rely on ChatGPT a lot, and I was just thinking one day, like, you know, what are certain questions that you can start asking yourself so you're a little bit more intentional on the people that you're engaging with as far as dating goes, you know? And ChatGPT gave me about 20 different questions that I thought was pretty interesting. So I wanted to share them and challenge people to be honest with themselves, because you don't have to share your answers with anyone. This is just for you and you alone. But if you want to share, feel free to do so. But it's just a question for you to honestly just think about what attracts you to people. What are you looking for? What do you need in relationships and things like that?
And feel free to post your answers in the chat. like, or even if you have questions for us, post them in the chat. We'll be more than happy to address them. But we like to just, hey, we're going to interface with technology and AI right now and discuss the questions we have in front of us. So it says, what initial qualities draw me to someone physically, intellectually, emotionally, etc.?
Yeah.
I find this is an interesting question. And this may be like a cheat code to someone that is interested in dating you by doing this live online.
Okay, so how about I won't give all the details. I'll be
you gotta save some sauce.
I'll be a little bit vague. Fudge. No. Okay, I won't use my notes then because these notes are more personal. Like I went into depth detail, but I won't do that.
Maybe because certain aspects, like physically, a person wouldn't be able to change.
Well, yeah,
but like,
yeah, that's true.
Intellectually
and emotionally, yeah, they could probably tailor if they wanted to.
Tailor-made dreams. They like Prince Charming. He was like,
right, like, oh my God, you're everything I was looking for, motherfucker. You watched the episode,
right?
Damn.
Like, but maybe that's maybe if you were to meet a person that watched the episode and used the information that they got from the episode, I guess it depends on how far the relationship goes.
I guess it depends
because if he marries you,
right? And I think that matters on, again, intent. Then that at that point will determine whether or not they use the information for good or bad. Because if the intention was to actually genuinely get to know me and etc. for something serious, cool. But if you're just using it to try to get in my pants and waste my time, then fuck you. Pretty much.
Right.
But yeah, okay. So I'll be vague a little bit on some of these questions, but I think the physical one I can somewhat answer without giving out too much. So you going first or am I going first?
I'll go first. Okay. Because you already got your answers curated, so I don't want to sound bad because you already thought about these questions. I really haven't thought about them, but
I didn't do all of them. I only did the first 11 or 12 because I think it was 20 questions. But that one I did actually do.
Let me close out, make sure.
All right, so
on this one, what initial qualities draw me to someone physically, intellectually, emotionally? Physically, I would say I'm big. It's very odd, but face shape matters to me.
Okay.
So like facial symmetry, like, and attractive eyes. Okay. That's important. What else physically I could say that's because I could say that I don't really have a type because of the variety of heights and nationalities. But yeah, physically it's about face and style, like your personal style, like if you actually have one, or are you just putting on clothes because you can't be,
you gotta get dressed,
you're right. That's important.
You can't be naked.
You can't be naked. Some people, they just like, they're gonna put like blue and purple together. They're gonna put, these colors really don't match. But you just gonna wear it because, hey, it's clothes. Yeah, nah, that's not gonna work for me. You can't just. And intellectually, I'm attracted to women that speak proper.
Okay.
Like some slang is acceptable, but if it's overly street,
yeah.
I'm good on it. I'm good. It's like
sense.
you got to appear, whether it's true or not, you got to sound like you did read a book.
Oh God.
Right.
That's a fact. I definitely get it. Or at least sound like you can read out loud something.
Right. And emotionally what draws me to someone, they're emotionally stable.
Well, yeah. That'll do it.
Yeah,
you don't need that. That's very much important.
Hey, if I'm reading a dating profile and they talk about they're spicy or something like that, yeah, okay. Let me go ahead.
Somebody to control them.
Or exactly.
Or put them in check.
Exactly. They need to be put in check. They don't know how to act on their own. They need to be led. Like, oh, so you're going to be led astray if left your own devices. That's what you're saying. You're going to lead yourself astray.
Basically.
Right. And let's see. What's the last one?
You can make it big.
Caveats of what I'm attracted to. I was like, if you don't have to be. I like women at my age. I'm 47. I like women that were raised in church. They don't have to be currently going to church
every week.
Right. But there is like a familiarity with like people that grew up in church. They know certain sayings like God is good, and
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. People know those sayings, so that's it's like if that's, to me, that's cultural. So if if you're too young or too old that our culture isn't even the same, that's hard. And culture isn't necessarily race. But the fact that you understand what I'm talking about, or you get the reference, because it could be anime.
Can relate. Right.
Like if someone giving Dragon Ball Z references, I'll know. But then if they do like what is it? One Punch? Is that one?
One Piece? And there's One Punch Man. There's One Piece and One Punch Man. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know those.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna if your a part of your culture is to reference that's automatically like you're speaking a foreign language. I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah. Like it's all the way over the head.
Right. Okay.
And I'm highly attracted to women that will just say it. Just say whatever their thoughts are and not have me to try to figure it out. Because that's going to be a losing battle. My therapist, I started therapy for the first time. Well, not the first time, but I started up again last week. Wednesday was the first session. And he revealed some stuff. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. And so now I realized that I needed to be in that situation.
Good.
Be back in therapy. He told me I had buckets of issues. So, we got to empty out these buckets.
There you go. And that's all therapy does. It lets you unpack stuff that you probably didn't even realize you were holding on to that are affecting you, So I love that for you. Congrats.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where I'm glad I started the process and doing the work. I'm learning more about myself, so that's fulfilling.
Yep.
And also, hopefully by me understanding who I am on that level, the conscious and subconscious level, maybe I can better put that to words and better communicate when I have the issues I have with people.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Let's
okay,
go.
so now it's on you. We got more people that logged on. Welcome.
All right, we're gonna put the question back up so everybody who just came in can see.
Yeah.
What initial qualities draw me to someone physically, intellectually, emotionally? Okay. I ain't got no type. Bad bitches. No, I'm joking. Physically, I don't think I have a set type physically. Because I can look back at a lot of my exes. They don't all look the same at all. Some are light, some are dark, some are chunky, some are slim. So that I don't really have a necessary physical type, but I do love my chocolate, man. I think, just something about chocolate, but I don't discriminate to an extent. Yeah. But anyway, what else? I would say that what attracts me to people oftentimes are their personalities. Like I tend to like people that are more confident, more socially able to approach people. I tend to like people that are charming. I think sometimes that's probably my problem too. But I do tend to like people who are naturally just confident in who they are unapologetically. That is important to me. I'm not really good with I can't spark up a conversation guy. It feels like pulling teeth. It's just like you're trying to drag the conversation along and it's like you get nowhere because they're nervous to even talk to you. So I do prefer people that are more charismatic and charming. And what else did I put? I did also put, I think there was a second part to that question. And it asked if I was more attracted to people who challenged me or comforted me. And I thought that question was very interesting because when I thought about it, oftentimes I tend to like people who are more challenging than comforting to me. I think that's also
so you're saying your need for comfort isn't high initially in a relationship, or getting to know someone. It doesn't. You're okay with it not being comfortable.
No, I want comfort, but I do like people who challenge me to want to be better individuals. I don't mean challenge in the way of making my life complicated, but I like people that challenge me, like challenge the way I think.
That was actually question number 2.
Challenge me to, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought that was part of the first one, but okay. Like, no, by all means, I love comfort, but if I do like the challenge, like I like people who just, how they say blade sharpens blade?
Yeah, iron sharpens iron, yes.
There you go. That's the type of dynamic I do like in dating people. If that makes sense. Like if I had to measure that in comfort, I think I want that more sometimes than just comfort. Comfort's important. It's just, I do want somebody that pushes me to be better.
And I'm the exact opposite. Okay. I would say I'm attracted to people. I'm not attracted to people that challenge me per se. Like, if they are making me aware of an aspect of my life that needs work, I'm okay with that.
Right.
But I don't want someone in my life because they are trying to get me to the point that they'll be happy with.
No. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not trying to say for anyone to change you, but literally in the way you described it, if there's areas you feel that I can improve upon, I would like somebody who would challenge me to say like, hey, there's some things that you can do differently. And I would appreciate that in the person that I'm dealing with, because I feel like your other person should make you better. You know, you should be willing to want to learn areas you can improve upon, and vice versa. I think comfort is cool, but I think I always want to improve. Like, that's always been my mentality. So being with someone that can allow me to do that, I would appreciate that.
I think this goes back to the question that you hear a lot of men say about women being their peace. Mm-hmm. It's about like there has to be a level of comfort with the woman that you're dealing with, that you're open to freely communicate. Yeah. And sometimes when you're dealing with a woman that's challenging you, unless you're good with confrontation, you're going to back up. But we got a viewer that wants to add to the conversation. Let me bring up my buddy Alex.
Hey, Alex
wants to join. Welcome, Alex. Don't hear you. Your mic is not muted, though.
Let me do that because this might pick up everything.
Alex, are you there? Let me take you back down. I guess he's not available right now. So
yeah. So you said for you, you said that you would prefer more comfort.
Yes, I would prefer more comfort, because I think what's more important to me is having someone in my life that's easy to talk to. And I feel like when I'm being challenged, it comes with the energy that's like, I guess I'm just not comfortable with conflict right now. So yeah.
And so I don't, but see, that's the thing. I don't think it has to be a conflict, because I don't think somebody correcting you has to be rude. I don't think it has to be condescending. I think it can simply be a conversation of, these are some things that I've noticed and I think we should work on improving. If somebody comes to me with an issue like that, I would not have a problem with receiving that. But to think that we all don't make mistakes and we all don't have areas of improvement, that's kind of like, it's almost like allowing somebody to continuously do something that you know either hurts you or hurts them. And because you want to keep the peace and not rock the boat, you don't say anything. I feel like that does more of a disservice to people. Like, I think you should always pick and choose your battles, but I would rather someone tell me, especially someone that is telling me out of a place of love, like, hey, you know, the way you handle X, Y, and Z, I don't think you need to handle it that way because you came off this, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just being able to have that openness and I guess freeness with your person, where it's like, our disagreement doesn't have to be something negative. It's just a disagreement, literally. There's no hate behind it. There's no malicious intent behind it. It's just simply us being able to improve each other. Because if you're saying you're looking to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you can't believe that you're going to always agree with them. And I would rather someone tell me it than hold on to it and then build resentment.
Facts. So, Alex, what do you think?
You can hear me now, right?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. So, I heard both of you. I heard how both of you explained, your thought processes on having a person to challenge you, and I feel like I kind of side more with Asha, only because I don't always feel like I'm the smartest person in the room. I definitely leave room to learn, grow, understand, and listen. So I want somebody that's going to challenge me, but not challenge in a way that's going to make anything more harder. No, challenge me in a
Right.
way that's going to give me a different perspective that can possibly add value to what we're talking about or what we're trying to move forward with. So when I heard the word challenge, that's how I looked at it. I didn't look at challenge as the adjective of being difficult. I looked at it more from a perspective of thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I'll give an example. So like a prime example is my best friend. Many, many, many years ago, I was having a hard time and dealing with it emotionally. I did not have the tools that I have now. But my best friend told me, like, if you want this to stop, you have to go to therapy. This is now someone challenging my thought process. This is somebody correcting behavior, but she never made me feel small when she said it. Like I commend my best friend because I will tell her all the time, like, you're one of the first people that taught me how to disagree with somebody without belittling someone, because there's been plenty of times that this girl had to check my behavior and she's never done it in a way where it made me feel small. But she can blatantly tell me, like, I don't agree with it, and she'll give me examples and reasons why, but she's not pointing a finger at me. She's not, trying to sit on a high horse when she's saying this. This is coming out of, it's normally coming from a place of concern or something. You know what I'm saying? So I think having that is important, because sometimes you don't realize what it is that you're doing and how it's not only hurting people around you, but yourself. So I do want people that can check me in a way I don't feel little and I still feel respected.
If I can add to that, yeah, that definitely makes sense. I'll say though, even though I tend to like people who challenge me more, I'll also say that the ones that have challenged me haven't really comforted me either, because they've challenged me in ways that just wasn't adding to what we were trying to build. And I think nowadays I feel like, even though I said I tend to lean more to what Asha says in terms of finding a person that challenged me, I think I more so want a person that's more comforting these days, only because that challenge can become frustrating when you're expecting to have your person and you guys are going down this path together and they're not comforting you. It tends to make you push away.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think that's what I said. I think comfort is important. Um, but I think if I had to choose between which one I would lean to more, it's the other one.
Yeah, my thoughts on being challenged is like, isn't our life challenging enough to a certain extent? Like, I know some people simply do not have the drive to be better, like to do more than what they're doing. They just want to get by. So you have to figure out if the person that you're talking to or dating, where their motivation or ambition level is.
I agree.
From the start. Because if you realize they're not very ambitious, but they're an attractive person, and you got to be comfortable with that lack of ambition, because now you're challenging someone that really doesn't want to do nothing with their life. You're creating problems.
But I feel like in that case, then you simply might just not align with that person. Because if you are looking for someone who's ambitious, then that would be what you would seek out. I think that would make sense. But I don't feel like just because you're ambitious, I don't think you have to push that on anybody. None of what I'm saying is to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. I'm not looking to do that. I feel like if you have to force someone to change, that's not the person you're supposed to be with. By no means am I looking for anyone to challenge me, to change me into anything else. I'm just looking to be a better version of myself. And I think that can happen from the people that know you the most intimately. That's all.
That definitely makes sense.
I don't need you to try to change me into a woman that I'm not trying to be. Like, okay, prime example. There's some women who want to be, you know, the stay-at-home wife. I think that is beautiful and admirable. But if somebody now try to meet me and try to say, oh, well, you need to change to that, this, that, and the third to be that type of woman, I would tell you, you need to go find a woman that wants that. But now if it's me who says, like, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and you're not motivating me to do those things that I want to do, that's the challenge there. I don't want you to make my life difficult. By no means do I want anyone to come into my life to make my life difficult in any capacity.
All right. Okay, so let me pull up the next question.
Okay.
So the recap for the people that's here, where Asha used ChatGPT to come up with these questions on better understanding what you're attracted to. So we're just going through the questions and revealing our answers and debating on how effective these questions are from AI. So the question number 3 was, how important is chemistry versus compatibility in the long run?
I think compatibility is more important than chemistry.
I agree. Compatibility is long term. Chemistry happens in the moment.
Correct.
Chemistry is vibes. Chemistry
it is the vibe. Yes, it is.
Chemistry can be fabricated to a certain extent. It's like the fake green wall that all of the lounges have with the neon sign,
right?
And
it's
the
pretty
green.
To take photos in front of, but that shit ain't real.
It's not.
And it fades eventually. It's not 100% sustainable. So definitely compatibility for sure. That'll determine if you're gonna like the motherfucker, even when you don't like the motherfucker. Like, yeah.
But a lot of moves are made off of chemistry, though.
Yes.
I believe like some people they live purely off chemistry because they never experienced compatibility.
No.
Like,
I agree.
It's one of those things where, like, if you never had someone that actually like the things you like, you just think that it's not possible.
Right, because compatibility is you guys could not have anything that y'all like in common. However, you guys can complete each other in other ways that are more important than whether or not you watch anime. You know, that's not important. But somebody you have chemistry with, you probably will have that in common with them. And it's like, oh, I got a nice connection with you, but that's irrelevant in the long term. That's just one thing that we have in common, you know? So definitely agree with the compatibility being more.
What about you, Alex? What do you think?
I'm sorry, give me 1 second.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So let's see. Hey, what about the people in the chat? We got 4 people in the chat viewing us right now. What do you think? Compatibility or chemistry in the long run? What's more important?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Once again, I gotta agree with Asha, or actually both of you guys. How you saying compatibility is definitely the more front runner versus chemistry, because chemistry can easily fade just as quickly. If we're not aligning with our compatibility, what are we doing?
Have you been in a situation where there was a lot of compatibility but no chemistry?
Definitely. I feel like I come across that more often than none. Where a lot of people, a lot of women, I feel like I'm compatible with, because I'm very much a demisexual and a sapiosexual, so I have to make sure that I can have a good intellectual conversation with you before I even want to go any further. So I come, like, when I engage, I engage with the intent of making sure I have that compatibility at first with anybody, and then I see what if there's chemistry there too. If our interests are aligning as far as just things we like to do, things we can talk about, see if they can, I don't know, just make conversations good just as well as I can, because I feel like I can start a conversation, and I feel like I'm good. I'm pretty versed in keeping it going too. So I'll say that it does happen. I get both ends of the stick when it comes to chemistry and compatibility, but to have them both and find that person, still working on that.
So how does it look for you when there is 100% chemistry but no compatibility? How does that manifest itself? Is it just like you're out?
So I'll give an example of a time where the chemistry was good but no compatibility. I once had a woman I was talking to who we were both highly attracted to each other, and when we went out, it was fun. It was just a great time. I can't say it was ever a dull moment with her. And like I said, the sexual chemistry was there too. But the problem was our lives, where we were in life with what was going on, it didn't align. She had she had 3 children under the age of 10, and
Ooh.
I also had my son, so I couldn't see her on a day-to-day to actually develop something that was compatible. She's busy. She got to take care of her little ones, and then she still got to work. And then, like I said, then there is me. I have my own situation, my own child, and I got to work too. And we couldn't find time to have a consistent type of compatible relationship. So chemistry was there, like I said, enjoying each other's company, hanging out, doing all of that, but our lifestyles weren't compatible enough to bring it together to make it one.
All right, that's dope. I think we unless the viewers have any comments or anything to add, I think we nailed that question.
I saw both y'all eyes light up when I said she had 3 kids. Y'all like, whoa.
It was the under 10 for me. When you said under 10, they're like, yeah, nah.
It's a lot in the young.
That's elementary school. They can't take care of themselves. That means you gotta pay for a babysitter.
Yeah, like I said, chemistry was there, but compatibility, nah, this ain't for me.
Right. Let's go to the next question.
What kind? I did not do this one.
What kind of personality traits bring out the best in me? I guess You didn't write an answer to this one?
No. I think this was the second part of the questions. I did like the first ones, which is fine. I could just think of something. I guess so. To answer this, it says, what kind of personality traits bring out the best in me? I'm assuming with people, right? Like the personality traits people have that bring out the best
your attraction to someone.
I think people who are open. I tend to like being around people who are open. I like to be around people who are eager to share information. Because I like knowledge. I love learning things, and I love being around people like that because it just gets my mind going. I also like being around my stoner friends because it's just good energy, just relax. You just feel comfort, you feel safe. Like there's some people in your life that you just meet that make you feel like you're in a warm blanket when you're in their presence. I have friends like that. My best friend, that is my blanket person. Like, I just always feel very calm when I'm in her presence. So I like people with that type of personality, where it's just, they're very calming, very chill. They don't really yell. Like, I don't think I've ever heard my best friend yell. She's cursed, don't get me wrong, but she's never like yelled. Yeah, I can't recall. Anyway, I think also what else? Free thinkers. I guess that goes along the lines with open people. Like, I just think people who are always eager to learn and exchange knowledge. Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite type of people. And confident people. I kind of like a lot of people who are, the Kanyes of the world, not crazy Kanye, but the confident Kanye, the way Kanye loves Kanye, because I think more people should have self-love in their life. And I think being around people that have that confidence, it rubs off on you a little bit, It takes away sometimes when you have that like imposter syndrome or self-doubt. Like being around that energy sometimes can encourage you like, no, this is where your mind needs to be, not there. So I think that's for me. I hope I answered the question properly.
Hey, that was great. Off the cuff.
Yeah.
Alex, anything to add on that one? Personality traits that bring out the best in you?
Asha, you on a roll with the things that you're putting out there, because I want to say I'm kind of the same way. I like a free spirited person, somebody that's not about to sit up here and argue about things. Let's have good intellectual conversations. Let's I don't know, just learn and explore. I like somebody who's confident as well. I don't expect the person I'm attracted to be the center of attention, but just understand if it's me and you, it's me and you.
I dig it.
Sorry, I have my.
Let's say you, Kenneth.
So I have to cut off the mic.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. We understand. For me, I like easy going, like laughter. Like if we are able to banter and not be so serious, it's great, because I tend to lean on the serious side. So it takes the energy of someone that's more playful to get me into the zone of telling jokes and being more fun. And I enjoy that too. Yeah, I enjoy that as well, but like, I don't think I would work well with someone that was just as serious as me.
No, because it would just be stiff.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, I'm childish, so I don't need nobody as childish as me. Because I think I have I take life seriously, but I'm playful with the people when I'm chilling with my friends. Like when I go out, I like to drink, I like to have fun, I like to tell jokes, I like to dance. So I just time and place, I guess.
Right. For sure. I totally agree. And that's something that I think that's telling, that if you meet someone and they're comfortable in different places.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, like, their lifestyle has them in such a routine to where if you take them out of their comfort zone, it's a problem.
Right.
I
agree. But I feel like that's why my friends make sense, because I have my chill friends, my serious friends, my friends that I go to for just work stuff. I think the variety of your circle helps that, because when you want to go out, turn up, you got your go out and turn up homegirls to go out with, So I like my, to be able to be versatile within my circle too.
Well, that's where the whole "it takes a village."
Yes.
Because you can't expect one person to be everything to you.
They can't.
And I think that's a part of where, like, today in modern relationships, it's like you're trying to find that one person to be everything, and sometimes that everything on your list just is not the case. It's like you're shooting yourself in the foot by requiring all of that from one person.
Correct. It's damn near Mission Impossible.
Right. Because you may be in a situation where that man has the compatibility in all aspects except for open communication, which may require you to go to therapies to have someone to communicate with and him to see if he has a mental health issue. You could be dealing with someone that got Asperger's or autism or something, and you don't know. And he doesn't know. He's undiagnosed adult.
And that happens a lot of the times. It happens a lot of the times. And then this is why I do always encourage people. I always say, go to therapy even when nothing's wrong, because I think oftentimes people use therapy as like the final straw. And it's like, no, you can go to therapy when life is good too. It's just having that extra voice that can help you process anything that life is throwing at you, because we've all are now adults and we've all experienced something in our life that was traumatic, whether it was losing a loved one, whether it was childhood, whether it was something that happened at school, anything. It can be anything, and it's like, you don't know. So I've oftentimes encouraged a lot of people in my circle to go, and it's like, some go, some don't go, and they never learn. But it's like you can tell that there's a lot of people dealing with unhealed things that they just never talked about, never even acknowledged. It's unfortunate.
That's a fact. I definitely experienced some trauma last night watching pro wrestling. John Cena turned into a bad guy. Exactly. You see the face? Wait. John Cena turned into a bad guy. Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna need you to send a clip of that. I ain't gonna watch the whole thing, but I want to watch his at least. The
first time in his career, 20+ year career, he turned into a bad guy. And
everybody gonna tune in to watch now, though. What?
And he headlined in WrestleMania as a bad guy, as a villain.
Kenneth, what was your old saying? You either die a hero or what?
You live long enough to be a villain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First off, that was one of the best Batmans. Sorry, but that was such a good one. Such a good one.
No, to me, the only problem was his speaking voice, or his Batman voice.
Yeah.
That was the only issue I had with that Batman. Was like, you don't have to do that crazy voice.
But it was good. The storyline, damn, that's the movie I will rewatch as long as it is. I still will rewatch that movie.
Right.
Was that the Dark Knight, right?
Right.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, it is. Was it Dark Knight?
No, Dark Knight was the first one, wasn't it?
Right.
Hold on. I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Because I'm trying to remember the order with. Man, Heath Ledger, oh my God. Every time, he ain't got no business being freaking dead. None. That man embodied the fucking Joker. Wait, you gotta put in the one that was Two-Face.
I'm just doing Christian Bale Batman series.
Okay.
That's the trilogy. So
Batman Begins was the first one.
Okay.
And I feel like Dark Knight was either the second or the third one.
But it wasn't the first one. It was
the second.
No. Was it the Dark? Oh, it's not showing.
But no, it showed the order at the top. Go back. So
Batman. Yeah, it probably was the Dark Knight.
It was Dark Knight.
It was Dark Knight because the last one is Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, when he did Bane, and the Joker was in the second one, right?
Well, wasn't he? Oh my gosh! It was the Dark Knight Returns. That was the one. Oh, was the? Yes, sorry. Final answer. Dark Knight was the one with both Two-Face and the Joker. So Heath Ledger was in that one as well.
Right.
Because if I'm not mistaken, that was what happened. He and Heath Ledger's character kidnapped both of them, and he was supposed to save either the woman or Two-Face, Harvey Dent's character.
Right.
That's how that happened. So yeah, Dark Knight. Yeah, I think I'll end up rewatching that shit tonight. Because I work from home tomorrow.
Yeah, that was an epic series. Like, Dark Knight Rises was...
That was good. Okay. Bane was good.
Yeah, but the Catwoman, we didn't need the Catwoman. We didn't. I
can't say nothing bad about my fellow Scorpio, Anne Hathaway.
Oh my!
I can't. I'm a fan. But yeah, I like Bane's character. Out of like when I think about Dark Knight Rises, man, he said you adopted the night. I was born in it. Like, come on now, Bane was
that's a classic line. You know,
it is like
that's a classic line for sure.
Final, like, come on, lift him up to the. Come on now, that was a good one. Broke his whole back.
Right.
DC had it going for a while. I don't know.
Hey, you did that. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm very skeptical on
their movies.
Of their movies, I do not go out and see them. Like, I wait until they go on streaming
to watch them.
Yeah.
So I personally watched the Zack Snyder version of Justice League.
Right.
That version should have been released in a movie theater, not that.
Oh, for sure.
My fucking God.
It was way better, but
way fucking better.
They wouldn't have did that because a black man was the focus of the movie.
They fucked up.
Yeah, because
royally. Because I remember
it was more so about Cyborg.
Yes.
He was the focus.
Way more context, way more insight. Storyline was way better. Dumbass WB. Well, not WB no more. What are they now? Because Max owns them, but assholes for not releasing that. As long as it was, I will still go back and watch that Zack Snyder version too. It was just way better.
Right. For sure. Let me see if the screen is not sharing.
But it was earlier.
Said, she makes me chase her. Once we're now so invested, we don't want this to be difficult. We're hoping she reciprocates, not makes it more challenging. What you'll notice is it's easier for men to chase lust than it is to chase love. Because when you love someone and they're not receptive to you, it hurts. When you're just lusting after the woman, all you're focused on is what you want to get from her. Which is why you'll see some women have men who were never serious about you, but will chase you for years on end. Because they're just locked into, I want this. That's where the men are hunters kicks in. But once he's emotionally into you, he doesn't want all this resistance. That hurts too much. Most men are so happy to have a woman show him that she wants him, she has interest. He's going to be receptive to that if he has interest as well. No man who's been in love with a woman said, I hope she makes me chase her.
I had to play that. I thought that was dope. Like where
I like that one. Yeah, I just had this conversation yesterday.
Yeah, like the idea that this whole men are hunters thing. Like, I really disagree with it, just for the reason he said. Like, what are the when you say men are hunters, what are they hunting? They not necessarily hunting wives. They hunting prey.
Yeah.
They hunting
catch and release. Catch and release.
Sport fishing. They sport fishing.
Pretty much. And he's right. They will spend years. And I think women will look at the year time and be like, oh, it's consistency. And that easily fucks your head up, because you think, oh, this person's been chasing after me for year after year after year. This must mean that this is a good person that I should deal with. No.
It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those videos where I feel like it gives things that we typically say deeper context.
Yes.
Because we hear, like, men should pursue women, or if he really interested in you, he will pursue you. Well, you don't understand, like he said, when there is a level of genuine interest, I don't necessarily want to chase.
Right.
I want because the rejection going to hurt.
Right.
You telling me, nah, I'm not interested, and be like, ooh, that hurt my heart. But if I'm really just in it for the game, the sportsmanship of the interaction, yeah, I'm gonna take them no's, like, I'm gonna wear her down.
Yep.
I'm gonna lean on her. Lean on her.
Eventually, I'll ask enough and she'll change her mind.
Exactly. Let's see. You got let me. Do you want to address this Vibes Cartel clip about
sure
big man and don't take mental health seriously?
Yes.
Let me pull that up.
I mean, that's cool.
Don't be afraid to speak to people, because that's one of the problems with the African American and the Afro-Caribbean community. Because it's taboo. Yeah, we feel like we gotta be strong all the time. No! You can be vulnerable, bro. You can talk to your mother. You can talk to your girlfriend. But then why do you love her, bro? Right. Why do you love her and spend money on her and put her in your fucking house, but you're afraid to talk to your woman, bro?
It's real.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta stop it right there. Cause that's so deep.
Yes.
That's so deep to me. Like, how are you gonna wife up someone? Looks can't be that good. And that should be a sign that you need to see somebody about your mental health, because that when he breaks it down like that, it makes no sense. Like, how are you
You're investing in pouring and doing all of this shit with this person, but you can't talk to them. Something so simple. Right. Something so simple as just opening your mouth and letting words come out. Something we do all the time, every day of our lives.
But the level of fear that's attached to it, because maybe deep down you knew you wasn't supposed to be with this person in the first place.
Okay, because I feel like it can be a little bit of both. It could be that you may not feel secure or safe with the person, but if you're not a person who's used to talking about the uncomfortable conversations, you're not going to have those conversations, even if the person created the safe space for you.
Right.
Because oftentimes, I'm not saying all women, because I do fully understand that there are some women that you can't talk to. And if you were to actually tell a therapist that, you know what the therapist is going to say? That person probably also has some unhealed trauma where they were never able to express themselves, so they don't know how to provide it, let alone how to receive it. Right. You know, so everybody has their own thing that they're working through. But for the most part, if you're dealing with somebody who has done the work, who has no problem with providing that safe space for you, and you still can't vocalize it, then yeah, there's something deeper there that you need to look into, because vulnerability itself, it's scary. Those are the uncomfortable conversations you have to have, especially with your person.
Right. Let me get back to it.
You know what I mean?
Taking a shot to that.
Yeah, bro. Black people take fucking certain illnesses as taboo. Right. We're afraid to talk about it because we were raised to be tough. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're a strong black woman. Why can't you be a feminine black woman? Right. And talk to your man? Talk to your friend. Why you have to be a G like all the time? I can't talk to FN? I'd be like, FN, my dick isn't working properly.
No. Oh, wow. Yo, see, he went a little too far.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Too far for me.
No, but then think about it, because if this was something you were experiencing for a person when you're going through that, scary by yourself, but imagine if you spoke to someone else who probably went through the same thing and had a solution, because not every time a man can't perform means that there's something actually wrong with his penis. Sometimes it's a mental block that is causing it. And people, and some men don't even think about it. Y'all just go through the stresses of life, and y'all never let it out. Y'all never talk about it. And that sometimes shows up physically. So, and he's honest too, because later on he explains, like, I'm coming to you as a damn near 50-year-old man. Some days it may not work. And again, I don't have a penis, so I don't know how it works. But I would just assume that at 50, your penis is not going to work the same as it did at 25 or 20. That's just logic. Yeah. Right. So that's something that he's probably now dealing with at turning 50. Also, the fact of just getting older is traumatic for some people.
How about we need to make there should be no taboo topics.
Yeah, okay. That's how it
like
should
be. That's the hardest thing. Like he was saying, like certain cultures, like even if you're in the church, like sex is not addressed. Sexual compatibility is not addressed. It's like, you know, we're gonna give you all the work, all of the support to have the mental, emotional aspect of relationships together. But that physical aspect is taboo there.
Right. But mind you, every last one of us got here the same exact way. Somebody nutted in somebody.
Unless you're a test tube baby. You know, if you're a test tube baby, you know.
Then that's different. But somebody still nutted and they still had to put that sperm somewhere.
Right.
You can't get here without the essence of life. So.
Right. But I think for me, it's like I would make my close friend aware that I went through this issue, but I'm not going to talk to my close friend like I got erectile dysfunction. Like, dog, talk to your doctor. That's a lot of people
don't want to do that either.
Exactly, but this is the thing. Like, you know, Black History Month. Yo, I don't know when Men's Health Month is, if there is one.
I think it's June.
Okay,
you can double check, but I think it's June.
But yeah, there are professionals to address every single topic in the world.
Yep, it is June, and y'all ribbon is green.
Right. So there are professionals. If you want to talk about roller skates, there's a professional that can talk to you about roller skates and the every aspect of it. So I think that's where we may rely on our friendships too much, where instead of talking to people that have been trained or professionals, we get side advice from people that really don't have it, you know? Information.
I feel like it's more along the line. So sometimes you're going to your friends to talk about getting resources, but sometimes you're just talking to your friends because you want to let it out.
Right.
Like, it all depends on what it is, because there's things that I could have spoken to my therapist about, but I still call my best friend about it, you know, or sometimes I call both, you know, and it's like sometimes having that freedom and a place to be heard and seen and comforted sometimes is important, you know, because it's hard. I can only imagine waking up one day and my PP just did not work. I'm sure that probably would freak y'all out. Like, that is a direct connection to y'all manhood. You know, so it's like
I've experienced that. I think I've told the story many times why my last relationship ended, and it was because an incident like that happened where it wasn't able to perform, and the person did not want to discuss it, talk about it. They just kind of wanted it to go away or wish it away, and it's like
that doesn't work. I'm like, you have a lot of stress going on in your life.
You might need an outlet. You might need a space to talk about it, but.
Well, you're
easier
right.
said than done.
You're right. Where I think that is the difference between men and women. The fact that we feel like talking about our problems is being vulnerable or weakness, because now you can use my problem that I confided you about against me. Like you had that episode with the man you dated, his penis didn't work. Oh, he now has to worry in the back of his mind that whenever he see you, you're gonna be like, he got a broke wang, you know.
But why? Okay, so if I'm being honest, if this is somebody I didn't give a shit about, then maybe that would have been my thought process. But this is somebody I cared for deeply. I was genuinely concerned.
Right.
It was more concern than anything. It didn't even make it into the group chat type conversation. Like, that's not something, I think if you care, now if it's a person who don't give two shits about you, oh yeah, they're gonna clown you and talk shit about you. But people who care about you are not supposed to operate that way. It should be a level of, how can I help? How can I show up? Like, what do you need? I'm even willing to go to the doctor's appointments with you. Like, that's the conversation I was having, not, oh, fix your dick. Like, I can't, it wasn't that. It was, you probably got a lot going on. You need to go to speak to your doctor. In his words, I don't have time for that. West Indian, by the way. West Indian.
I don't know what that means.
The same thing Vibes was just talking about. They don't believe in going to doctors until their limbs start to fall the fuck off.
Like it's too late.
Yeah, pretty much. They'll have a problem and it'll just linger.
Okay.
No, hold on. Hear me out. No, I'm Jamaican. Hear me out. And this is serious. I'm not 29, I'm 49.
Right.
Why can't I come to you if you're my brethren? Why can't I come to you like, bro, I'm having problems with my wife?
Right.
Because we have issues surrounding sex. I can only pop off once per night. Why can't I talk to you about
real shit.
and you make me feel comfortable talking about it, which is what AAA is. AAA is, right? Hi, I'm Vibes Cartel. I'm an alcoholic, or I'm Vibes Cartel. I'm a whatever.
Right.
Once black people get, especially us as black people, based on our historical trauma, we're supposed to be able to speak to one another, bro. Come on, man. We only live once, bro. We as black people, we need to be able to speak to each other.
You're right.
Because anyone in Jamaica can tell you, before prison, I was a fucking devil. But growth and maturity taught me a lot of things. We need each other.
I love this.
That's why they make these groups and these AA, and group therapy is good. Because you're going through something that I'm going through. So you have questions and I have questions. Maybe you have the answer for some questions. Oh, why did she cheat on me? I did everything right. You can maybe impart some knowledge onto why, because you've been there before me. Right. So you figured it out before. Bro, we living, man. 100 years from now, we gone, dude. You know what I mean? That's the mindset I have now, Nori. Don't be afraid to speak.
Shout out to World Boss, Vibes Cartel.
Shout out to Vibes Cartel. That's dope. You know,
I love the growth. I love to see it, and I think that should be a testament for people, because if you knew what he was like before, like following his career, younger Vibes Cartel, and he's been in jail for a while, so he's had time to probably sit in that environment, think about a lot of things that he did, and now to see the growth, I think stuff like that is beautiful, because children who are now coming up and probably having his young mindset is going to see how somebody went from what that mentality is to what he has now, and probably choose a different life path. I think that's so dope. And that's why I agree. Community is important.
Yeah, for sure. So we've done an hour and 30. I think we should wrap this one up.
We are. Yeah, because I was supposed to be heading somewhere for 1:30, but I need to change and do all that good stuff. I'm sorry, 3:30, not 1:30.
3:30.
Yeah, it's almost that time.
Yeah, it's 3.
I'll be there
right now.
By 4-ish. I should be in or out.
Okay, let me.
Are you home tomorrow?
No, I am not home. Like right now, I'm only home on Fridays, really, because it may change, because March 1st was the date where the back to work effect for all government employees started. Federal employees back to work was March 1st.
Thank you, Lord, that I'm technically not considered a federal employee.
Right.
I can keep my schedule as is, because listen, so many of us commute. Like one of my officers that I work with, she's coming all the way from fucking Delaware.
Yeah, that's wild.
Who the fuck you think doing that for 5 days?
I had a coworker here in the DC area. He lived in Delaware and make the commute every day.
But Delaware to the DMV is not too bad. But to New York,
it's over 2 hours.
Yeah, but that's like 4 hours, and she takes like the Amtrak in.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got to do it today.
Yes. Another show in the books. Want to thank everyone for stopping by. Clips will be available on TikTok and other social media later this week. So thank you for joining us. This is Sophisticated Immaturity, and we are out. We will see you next time.
Bye.